Okay, our next reader is one of our last readers, and he's also won one of these story slams before, Brandon Tomassetti. He has 2 kids in school who are both doing fundraisers, so you can see him after this story if you would like a donation link to fight childhood diseases, and also if you'd like some really shitty candy. Brandon Tomassetti.
It was raining and my son stepped in some old gum on the subway. He then peeled it off his shoe and put it in his mouth. A couple days later, he sprayed poopery in his eye and it got infected. Nothing makes me feel like I am failing at parenting than all of parenting. When something goes right, I'm quick to pass the credit to their teachers or their therapist or my husband, but when something goes wrong, I hoard the blame. Every night when I put down my phone and close my eyes, my mind wanders to my car careening off a bridge into the river, or one of my kids falling onto the subway as a train approaches, or there's a fire or someone breaks in, because if the shit hits the fan, there are 2 very small people who turn to me for help, and the fact that I have to constantly figure out how to keep them alive, seemingly against their will, stresses me the fuck out. Part of me thinks running through these worst-case scenarios can manifest them, but when we get on planes, every leg of every flight has a safety demonstration we hear so often we can recite it as we check our phone or look out the window or adjust our seatbelts because safety, we get it. Leave your bags, we get it. Our cushion can be a flotation device, the vest is under the seat, we get it. We go through this exercise because it's about time. Seconds can be the difference between life and death. Prepared people move faster and perform better when disaster strikes. Studies have shown that denial and curiosity are the most common reaction to disasters, causing people to move towards danger instead of away from it. I've embraced my compulsion to think the worst. It makes me look for an exit in every room and stay away from the center of a crowd, because in the event I have to keep my kids safe, even at my own expense, I want to be able to. Last week, I was walking down the steps towards the train platform, holding my kid's hand as they kept their other hand on the rail, and as I stepped down, my shoe caught the back of my leg, and my center of gravity shifted just enough that I was about to fall down the stairs. It was at once so fast and so slow. I thought of my husband's friend who just lost his fiancée from a fall down the stairs, and his cousin lost a niece falling down the stairs, and I could hear my mother's voice saying, "These things come in threes," the same way she says, "When there's one, there's more," if she finds a typo on a menu. I loosened my grip on my kids' hands to make sure I didn't take them down with me. My weight was shifting forward, my foot was still stuck behind me, when someone coming up the stairs, not paying attention, looking at his phone, bumped me and set me right. He didn't even say excuse me. If he didn't save my life, it would have been rude. I looked at my kids and said, "Do you know what just happened? Daddy almost fell down the stairs." And they looked up at me, and my son with his big blue eyes said, "Can we have pizza?"